Also in Frankfort, the Kentucky legislature has made a big move that'll affect the Louisville's landlords and renters. That's passing House Bill 18. But in a news conference today, the governor vetoed the bill. It happened at a housing complex on the west side of downtown. Senior reporter Isaiah Kim Martinez and chief photojournalist Philip Murrell explained the impact.
And here we go.
Kentucky's governor putting pen to paper in Louisville Tuesday, pushing back on a housing bill likely destined to become law.
Thank you.
At the Beecher Terrace Apartments, one of the city's largest public housing complexes, Andy Beshear vetoed House Bill 18, following a fairly easy passage through the state legislature. The bill would block local governments from enforcing their own housing ordinances that ban discrimination based on source of income. Louisville has this kind of local law to prevent landlords from rejecting tenants solely because they rely on federal housing assistance, including Section 8.
And it disallows property owners the ability to vet properly their prospective tenants.
House Bill 18 would essentially nullify that. Supporters say it's about protecting landlords' property rights. Beshear, though, calling the bill morally wrong and mean.
The people that would be harmed by this bill are those with disabilities, senior citizens, low-income families, and our homeless veterans.
Advocacy groups like the Coalition for the Homeless fear the bill would only make it harder for underserved families to access affordable housing.
And it's just going to mean that we're going to have to make twice as many calls to find a landlord that's willing to work with us, that's willing to take a voucher. It is going to lengthen the time that families spend in homelessness.
We also got the perspective of Louisville landlord Gene Johnson, who says he's seen a few of his homes wrecked.
The government was so behind the Section 8 people, and that the Section 8 people were just taking advantage of the fact they didn't have to do anything. I'm a Christian man, okay? I don't want someone living out on the streets. But at the same time, I don't expect someone to take advantage of me.
But the big question that remains is what legal action both state and local officials can and will take if this veto is overridden. Both the governor and Councilman Baker saying they're going to look at all options.
You'll hear my voice very, very strong on it, but the law is the law. And so we'll be in compliance with whatever the law that comes forth.
So you don't foresee any legal action potentially taken on a local level?
That's something that we'll have to get to that road when we get there. We'll work with the ACLU and some other, and see what options that we have from a local government standpoint.
What's for certain, Louisville's housing gap is vast, and the community continues to call for help. Isaiah Kim Martinez, WHAS 11 on your side.
Republicans have dominant control of the state legislature and hold the power to override the governor's veto. If that does happen, House Bill 18 would become law.